Hi guys, my name is Martin and welcome back to Papilicula. For those who don't know, I am not a professional critic nor do I have a fancy degree in cinema. I'm just a movie enthusiast who loves to sort the good from the bad so you don't waste your time on the latter. I know it's been a while. I've been really busy with work, but I'm finally back. And today we're taking a look and talking about a movie that has been generating a lot of buzz, and this movie is called Obsession. Ever since Obsession started making waves on the festival circuit, people have been praising it nonstop. And honestly, if you're worried that the hype might be too much, don't be, because this movie doesn't just live up to the hype, it actually exceeds it. The movie follows Bear, a socially awkward and reserved guy who has secretly been in love with his best friend, Nikki. When he finally gets a chance to confess his feelings, he completely blows it. Desperate, Bear makes a wish using a mysterious one wish willow purchased from a metaphysical shop. And his wish is for Nikki to fall in love with him. At first, nothing seems to happen. But then Nikki suddenly confesses her love for Bear, and just like that, he gets everything he's ever wanted. Or so he thinks. Because the Nikki standing beside him is no longer the Nikki he originally fell in love with. Her behavior becomes increasingly strange, disturbing, and downright terrifying. What makes Obsession so compelling is that underneath all the supernatural horror, it's actually exploring something very real. Bear believes he's a nice guy, but as the story unfolds, we begin to see that he isn't really in love with Nikki herself. He is in love with the idea of Nikki, the fantasy, the relationship he's always imagined. And even when it becomes painfully obvious that something is terribly wrong, he keeps making excuses. Why? Because he finally has what he wants, even if it comes at Nikki's expense. The movie becomes a chilling commentary on entitlement, rejection, and the dangers of putting personal desire above another person's freedom and identity. And honestly, that's where the film becomes truly disturbing. Now, let's talk about the horror. Because, yes, this movie delivers. The scares in Obsession feel earned. They're not cheap, they're not there just to make you jump. Director Barker slowly builds tension through atmosphere, subtle unease, and creeping dread. Then, when the scares arrive, they hit hard. And trust me, even horror veterans are going to feel them. They're the kind of moments that make audiences jump no matter how many times they've seen the movie. Performance wise, this cast absolutely crushes it. Michael Johnston does a fantastic job as Bear. At first, you almost feel sorry for him. He's awkward, lonely, and relatable in some ways. But as the film progresses, Johnston expertly reveals a much darker side to his character, a side driven by selfishness and obsession. But the real standout here is Inde Navarrette as Nikki. And wow, what a performance! This honestly feels like a career defining role. Before the wish, she embodies a cool, confident, independent young woman. After the wish, everything changes. And Navarrete sells every single transformation flawlessly. Her voice changes, her body language changes, even her presence on screen changes. Sometimes subtle, sometimes dramatically, and every shift is both fascinating and terrifying to watch. The chemistry between Johnston and Navarrete also evolves throughout the movie. depending on which version of Nikki we're seeing, and it's some of the best character work I've seen in a horror film in a long time. Visually, Obsession is stunning. The film makes incredible use of lighting. Warm colors create comfort and intimacy, while cool blue tones introduce tension, dread, and fear. The cinematography constantly plays with shadows and darkness, creating images that are both beautiful and unsettling. The sound design deserves recognition too. There are moments when the film drops into an eerie whisper, only to explode into terrifying noise seconds later. And yes, it works every single time. The musical score by Rock Burwell is another huge strength. At times, it's dreamy, at other times, it's haunting, and throughout the film, it amplifies the anxiety and suspense. And for my fellow horror fans who appreciate practical effects, don't worry, the movie delivers there as well. While the gore isn't constant, the moments that do feature practical effects are grotesque, memorable, and incredibly effective. Overall, Obsession is a masterclass in anxiety and psychological terror. It's smart, it's relevant, it's emotionally layered, and above all, it's genuinely frightening. Barker proves that he's a filmmaker worth watching in the horror genre. The balance between meaningful storytelling and effective scares is remarkable. And the performances from Michael Johnston and Inde Navarrette elevate the entire experience. Long after the credits roll, the themes, the visuals, and the performances will stay and stick with you. So, the question is Obsession worth watching? Hell yes! I am giving this movie a perfect 5 out of 5 stars. It is an absolute must watch. And finally, if you like content like this one, guys, you already know what to do. Once again, my name is Martin. Thank you for watching Papilicula, and I will see you in my next review.